Gathered Here is a program developed by the Unitarian Universalist Association. People's Church Unitarian Universalist participated in the Gathered Here initiative recently, and we thoroughly enjoyed the experience. From the breaking bread together before we started the individual conversations themselves on what we value in Unitarian Universalism and in our own church. And we talked in small groups, too, on the strengths of Unitarian Universalism and of our church. Finally, we came together in a large group and joined in a discussion about the future of Unitarian Universalism and our home congregation. We envisioned what might be. You participated and gathered here.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember some of the things that you talked about when you were having those individual discussions? Things that were important to you about Unitarian Universalism, or anything popped to mind? Any stories you told or experiences?
That we were both such polar opposites. I consider myself more of a spiritual person. The person whom I was speaking to was an atheist, a secular atheist.
A couple of extended conversations about the death penalty. He had witnessed the last hanging in Iowa, told me about the person that actually did the hanging, because I still don't know what I think about the death penalty. But he knew what he thought about it. And I would ask him all these questions, and he would say, that's something to think about, that's something to think about. He wouldn't tell me what was right or what was wrong from his perspective. He just needed me to listen, learn.
First, the sermons weren't directly, pick up a Bible, pop the Bible down and start reading from it. It was more, this is what you can use, go out there, see if you can use it.
Yeah, it was really cool to talk to her because she had been a member of People's for a long time, and as someone who's fairly new to People's, it was cool to be paired up with someone who had seen so much of the church's history, and that kind of connecting on that level, that and hearing stories about the old church.
And there was other things about the service and the sermon that it felt like it was a service and sermon designed for me. So it was sort of a eerie, in a good way, like synchronistic feeling that it felt right, or it felt like I belong there.
And another one was that there are thoughtful people who have things to teach me even when our opinions are different. I have that one on my refrigerator because I need to look at that a lot.
When I first went, everyone was just super welcoming, and they made me feel like I could be a part of that place. And
something that she started talking about that I really agreed with was that, and that I mentioned as well, is that People's and Unitarian Universalism sort of combines all of our interests of things that we think are important, so social justice and issues of the environment and well-being and spiritual growth. So it's everything that we think is important in life all together in one.
And that's sort of what keeps me coming back, is the interactions with people, helping me feel like I'm just as important as everybody else.
I know it was helpful for the church because we talked about things that we liked about it. It also, though, was helpful for us, just on a personal level, getting to know someone else who's different from you. And really
this process brought us together in ways we had not anticipated. And we felt we had all made a contribution to the future of Unitarian Universalism and to our own congregation.